Coming to you live and direct. It's the one and only P. Diablo, aka Hiawatha P. Bull. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I've been, for weeks I've been just sitting back, contemplating, just sitting back thinking, just trying to make some sense of what's going on around us lately. Why the COVID-19, what's going on with the gas, the war in Russia, the war in Ukraine, the war of Russia against Ukraine, the value of the dollar, the cryptocurrency, the digital currency. I've been sitting back trying to make some sense of it. And the thought came to me last night. They're digging a ditch. They're attempting to place the poor deeper in poverty. Every time there's an inflation, every time things get at its lowest for the economy, the poor ends up suffering. If you look around, it's really not a such thing as the middle class anymore. It's poor or rich and wealthy. There's not a such thing as there's really not a such thing as the middle class anymore. But they're digging that hole even deeper for the poor. They're digging it even. That's really what slavery is. If you just sit back and think about it. See, they got us programmed to think that slavery is a plantation. Slavery is chain, whips and chain. Slavery is, come here, gal, come here, boy. Slavery is bigger than that. Economic slavery is the only slavery. Not really the only slavery, but it's the main slavery. Because once they're finished digging that ditch deeper, that hole of poverty, once they can bury you alive in poverty, then you are forever a slave. Because you got to pay rent. You got to be able to uphold your living expenses. You want to do some things. You want to take trips. You want to go shopping. You know, there's many things you want to do. And in these times of crisis, so-called man-made crises, the rich and the wealthy are the only ones that continue to thrive. But those who are in power understand that this system is fueled by the dollars of the poor, by the services, by the hard work of the poor. So, as the poor attempt to climb up out of that status, climb up out of that lane, they constantly putting hurdles in front of those who trying to thrive in order to dig that hole deeper. That's what's going on around us. This system is fueled by the poor. Without the poor, the system cannot thrive. You always have to have the have and the have-nots. How this system is set up, you always have to have the have and the have-nots. The have-nots are the ones who do the menial jobs. Those are the ones that they can't allow to come up. Because if you come up, who's going to be the worker? Who's going to be the consumer? The rich already know the game. The wealthy already know the game. The only ones who don't know the game are the poor. And when I say poor, I mean all nationalities, all ethnic groups. I fit that criteria. The system cannot allow all so-called whites to have money, all so-called whites to have wealth and riches. We might think it that way, but look around you. Go to some of them trailer parks. They're living just as worse as some of the so-called blacks. Some of the so-called Latinos. They're living just as worse. The system upgrade a few. There's a small percentage that are rich and wealthy. And they want to keep it that way. That's why in the inner cities we have these red light cameras that's designed to keep taxing hundreds of dollars out of your pocket. Every time you have to pay a fine or fee, and as well as your bills, every time you have to, cover the cost of living and different things of that nature, that's constantly keep you in a certain place. It keeps you in a certain place. Every time they can put in our minds that you have to have the new Jordans, you have to buy Gucci, you have to have Prada, Fendi, and different things of that nature. We break our necks to go get that type of stuff, but we don't understand. This is supposed to be a class struggle. We're supposed to be struggling out of this particular class. They want to keep you at a certain height, but your goal is to be to grow. Your growth should be to grow. That's what it's all about. That's why they're tampering with the economic system, because they want to dig a hole much deeper. They want to diversify things. In order for them to change what's going on right now, to change the economic system, in order for them to do so, some people are going to fall. Because who can survive change? Look at the businesses that have already been shut down, the small businesses that have been shut down due to COVID. So just imagine a family, with a mom and a dad working menial jobs, working jobs that's really not covering the cost of living. The hole are going to get much deeper. We have to look around us. We have to really be able to analyze what's going on. What's going on is the rich is getting richer and the poor is getting poor. How much do the average family pay a year? Parking tickets, speeding camera tickets, different fines and different fees from the bank. Your account go in the negative. You got to pay a fee for that. You're not spending a certain amount of money per month in your account. You have to pay a fee for that. Might seem like little peanuts, $20 here, $30 here, $10 here, $5 here, $7 there. It may seem like it's not a lot of money, but when you add it up, they're really digging a hole for yourself. They're really digging a hole for you. Yeah. It's been real. But it's the one and only P. Diablo, a.k.a. High Watt the P. Bull. And I'm out. One.